Welcome back to Destiny's Mandate, episode 7?
7, I think.
7?
I think.
Is that the one right?
Episode 7.
I think episode 7.
No, I think 6.
No,
No.
I think we did 6 last time.
I think
Last session, not a lot happened. We woke up after having GLJ had a dream where he leveled up. Asher had ran off and done a little ritual and met
I think
his
that was
his
the session
demon.
before it.
Yeah, I was saying that's what happened right before. And then we woke up and we received there was letters waiting for us from the mayor inviting us to come to he'd already like informally invited us, but we finally got like a formal invite to the big meeting, town hall meeting. What are they calling it? What did he refer to it as?
it's like a town hearing.
There's a town hearing. We've been personally invited because we were the first group of anyone to leave the city and come back alive. And did the letter specify what was going on, or did a person? I think a person told us.
I think it was Adriel who was like, okay, so here's the lowdown. And then you guys
Okay.
kind of like convened and said, like, she kind of went over like all the topics that were going to be gone over, which was the missing celestial bodies, what to do about the trolls, the current situation with the town crisis, the incoming affliction that's affecting its people, and where you guys as a party want to go next.
Right, and then so there's town leaders from nearby. Or at least there's one, a Tabaxi diplomat is coming from a nearby town, and then and they have a vote, and we're basically deciding. There's there's the trolls, there's the sky, and then there's the affliction itself, and then which we have to assign groups of people to to work on. We don't trust the mages guild, so we want to assign them to the same task as the druids, and we're hoping that task can be this what's going on to cause everything in the sky, because we don't trust the mages guild with the affliction itself. And then the affliction itself, we're hoping we can get the local church of what do they worship?
Hey,
They
Laura?
have a bunch of different ones.
Hold on. The 3 groups you guys could assign was the druids, the mages, and the priests.
Right. And then ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to volunteer to investigate the trolls. Our hope is if we can get the trolls situation figured out, they will be a valuable ally as well as a safe place to retreat to. And that is if we don't just decide to evacuate everybody, which might be a good call, seeing as like things seem to be just getting worse. So it would be better to send everybody home or send everybody out of the region now than later when things get worse. However, if we can anticipate solving it with confidence, then them staying would probably be safer. So with that information in mind, after we kind of chatted about what we wanted, we went and we visited the Druids Guild, and we talked to Whiskers. What's his name? Two Whiskers in the Wind or something? Two whispers in the wind. Yeah, two whispers in the wind, and we asked whispers to to try to schmooze with the Tabaxi diplomat because they're both Tabaxis, and and put in a good word for the druids in regards to investigating the sky. We then went to the mayor, who. What did the mayor end up telling us, other than that he doesn't trust? We kind of we told the mayor what we knew.
Yeah, I feel like we told the mayor more information.
You guys also did kind of like this is a minor spoiler. You guys talked to him about what some of his policies were. And you guys definitely reinforced your guys' distrust of the mages. And you guys did put in a little work of saying, I think we need to spread some efforts towards the trolls. That's kind of what your conversation
That's
was.
right. We put in a good word
For the trolls.
And then GLJ went off by himself to. I think actually this is when Sure and Orn went to go talk to the druids and talk to whispers, and then GLJ went to go talk to the priests and try to push the priests to vie for investigating the illness. Though I will say, I think we should be ready to swap who we vote the druids assignment and the priest assignment to ensure that the druids and the priests are on the same, or the druids and the mage guild are assigned to the same thing. Because if it seems that everybody wants the druids or the mages to go to, if there's a really hard opinion about the druids or the mages doing a specific thing, we should push for the other to just do that. Also, I think I also put in I put a bug in the ear of the priest about the mages guild being sus. So as long as the priests and the druids don't get assigned to the same thing, and the mages guilds get assigned alone, I think we should be good.
Mm.
Oh, so just kidding. Yeah, you're good.
That's kind of where you guys left off.
We left off leading into them.
Yeah, and then we were heading towards the meeting. It was about to start.
Yeah. You guys have a little time in between if you guys want to prep up, meet up, do anything like that. I'm a fucking idiot. Oops. But think of it like you guys have an hour of free time to get ready for this hearing.
Can I pull out my watch and check what time it is?
Of course. So you pull out your watch, and it basically says, I don't remember what time I said I was actually going to start the meeting. It says 4 p.m.
Make it up.
Yeah, the meeting starts at 5.
Okay, boys. It seems like we have about an hour.
Okay, here's all the party stances on all this stuff. I want you boys to know that Chris is getting some insider information right now.
Not that.
Cheat, Chris, cheat. Cheat as hard as you can.
He's just looking at my notes of where the party's stances are on every topic.
At one point, I was briefly in a campaign that my ex was DMing, and she uses such unique cursive that I could stare directly at a sheet of her notes for multiple seconds and absorb not a single word.
Yeah, I didn't really. I just glanced over. I did not retain any information.
Good for you.
Try harder, Chris. You can say you can just say the demon told you something, and like
My
technically Sam's the demon.
It's funny.
OP.
Sam, do you have a self insert somewhere in this campaign? And why
Not
is
yet.
it Chris's demon?
That's fair. I wish I was a bad bitch spooky lady. Listen, dude, I kind of talk like a valley girl. There's no fucking way.
It's totally your self-insert.
I haven't even met her yet.
Okay.
This. Is that a capybara? No, that's a rat.
Your
Capybara.
self-insert is a capybara.
You guys will meet the capybara walking down the road.
What time is it?
It's 4:03 now.
We got 1 hour.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time.
Well, we talked to the.
Well, I mean, I feel like we did everything, unless if. Do you guys think that there might be a shady business going on at the meeting? Like perhaps like
Like to see.
an assassination or something?
Maybe we should go scope out the scene ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright, so you guys kind of get to like the city hall. And if you guys go to roll 20, I'll put you on the first floor. Doo-doo. So you get to like the main hall area. And like there's people like obviously kind of like, cleaning up. Like you can kind of smell smells coming from the kitchen. I'm gonna move this so Chris can see.
Is there a way you can disable those
I have no idea.
pictures?
I hate them though.
Eddie, do you remember in Roll20 how to
In your
disable?
settings.
The little pictures at the bottom.
Yeah, on the map.
Yeah, there's definitely. It's in the settings tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is I have it turned off for the realms, but not for this.
Yep.
And I don't want to turn it off
Same.
for this because sometimes Sam clicks on a monster and there are picture changes. And I get to get a little preview with the scary little goobers.
Scary little goobers. I've done that way too many times where I've like switched over so I can like look at their stats.
Yeah, they really snitch on you.
They really do. There's no hiding.
Not with the little goobers.
Not with the little goobers. I had
Can't
so many
hide
little
the
goobers. So, let me tell you guys all the rooms. Can I move your phone? Nice. I'm throwing stuff now. So, there's the Great Hall, which is like that big area with that like stone stand and podium. There's a dining hall, which is the bottom left.
Is the great
Right
hall
above that is
where the meeting is gonna take place?
It's where like the end of the meeting is going to take place because the way this is going to work out is there's 2 hours beforehand where all the diplomats and people are going to be talking to each other, discussing opinions, and then that 3rd hour is where everyone's going to meet up and kind of be like, so here's what we're voting, here's what we think, and all that good stuff. There's a kitchen and a pantry and a hallway down here, and then I'll take you guys to the 2nd floor because you guys are going to be able to choose where you want to be. And actually, I might even just type you guys out a list.
I love lists.
Ugh, I do too.
Can
I will
make
type it
a
out in just.
investigation check to see if there's a place where someone could perhaps like secretly
Kill the
shoot
president.
arrow and kill the president?
roll for Secret Service.
Can I roll for Secret Service?
Yeah, you can roll for Secret Service.
23.
You get a
So
plus
there's
4 in Secret
definitely
Service.
like a few areas where you could see people hiding. Like the records room's not very well lit. And then let me go back to floor 1. I just gotta look around. The kitchen's looking a little sus. There's definitely a few like vantage points from like the windows where you could see where like whoever's standing at the podium. If somebody wanted to, they could shoot an arrow right through that and like land in on them.
Okay.
So you think like those are kind of like sus areas is the records room on the second floor, the kitchen in the first floor, and the great hall in the first floor. I wish there was a way I could do this better. Hold on.
What do you think, Orn?
Well, it. I don't think we should be paranoid about this, but in case, let's say the Mages Guild caught our trail, and they just like need to throw a fireball into like the room and kill a bunch of people.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, you will eat it. I completely agree with you, Guild. But they would do it from here, and I would like fly like to the position and then down to the podium, and you can see like it has like clear eyesight. Like, see, I'm down here at the podium.
Mm.
Now I'm up here, and I can still see it.
Are there any guards around?
Yeah, there's definitely guards around.
I would like
Those
to
are your-
approach a guard.
And the
Don't
guard will
forget the
salute you.
fingers.
Let's say, hi there, the GLJ. I'm sure you've heard of me by now. What's your name?
Tim.
Hi, Tim. So the mayor's kind of trusted us with, well, just looking out for the town and whatnot, and we've definitely come to suspect that there might be some foul play at this meeting. So you guys should be on your toes, and I think you should post a guy up there, and I'll point where Orn is standing. I'll say, where my that's my buddy. You can trust him, but
Can I
But,
like hover in case he doesn't see me? And I'll just be like, I'll wave over to him. Over here.
yeah, the guy that's waving. You see the guy, the owl guy that's waving.
Hello. Yes.
And he'll like kind of like wave back like just like quickly. I see him.
Yeah, if you could post a man up there. So I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do your job. Obviously, you guys are doing a good job of keeping everyone safe. But I suspect that if there were to be foul play, that would be a really good vantage point. And if you guys could keep an eye out for that.
He'll salute you again and he'll be like, Roger that, and he's gonna go like wander off to some other guards.
Thank you, Tim.
Roger, Roger.
You're doing a great job, Tim.
Thanks.
Really, out here standing.
Outstanding. I hate that.
Ouch. Yeah.
7 and 10.
So where do you guys want to stand for the meeting?
So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick little rundown again. So for hour 1, you'll have 2 turns, and you can choose to be upstairs or downstairs for each of those turns. You guys can search out for different people, look for them. You guys can try to listen to rumors, see what you can hear, and all that other good stuff. Or you guys can just investigate the area, try to get some dirt on some people. Like, think of this as like an actual like a social dungeon. Like, you're definitely going to be like listening, talking, and all that other good stuff. So if you guys do want to like spread out, You guys can do that, or you guys can stick together so you guys have like clear, concise stories. It's really up to you guys on what you want to do.
When it comes to if it comes up as to why we didn't give the scale to the mage, or want to give the scale to the mage, if they claim that we were being resistant on that, we should just tell them that it was because I mean, the truth, really, that I received divine word
Right.
from Zarevor,
You're
and
on
was
a mission.
and I was told to only trust, um, fuck, what's her
Zarevor?
Trust Adriel.
Adriel?
Adriel, only trust Adriel.
Adriel's the only one.
And then
There,
I don't know. What do you think, guys? Should we call him out? Should we present the vials that we found, or should we hold our hand for now? I mean, stuff's happening really fast. This might be our best opportunity.
We can't reveal all our cards right away.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do it right away, but I think once everyone is like maybe if we're on the podium and everyone is listening to us, that's when we accuse them.
My main worry is with Asher's brother. I think we don't want to cause a panic due to his presence, and it's hard to explain those vials without without admitting that there's been a werewolf in the midst.
But it's not really our fault. It's the mages. They're the ones who asked specifically for the werewolf.
Right, but no matter whose fault it is, that could cause panic. But maybe we spin it as the Mages Guild, that they'll be more upset at the Mages Guild for inviting such creatures.
Actually, yeah.
I,
Maybe we take what Asher said and we don't reveal our hand, but we still accuse them. So we say we have evidence against
we
the
need a
Mages
rest.
Guild that only the higher ups will know about.
Well, but if we point fingers without evidence, that's just going to make the evidence we find later seem less legitimate, especially if we have to admit that we had it the whole time.
Well, they'll either they'll either have to believe that we have evidence or they will believe we don't.
I think we should probably just keep the accusations to a minimum. Don't lie, of course, but let's try not to accuse them, and let's see if we can just keep. After all, we have two whispers and Adriana to keep an eye on the Mages Guild, and when we have a more solid case, and I mean, maybe there's more going on than we think. I mean, maybe they're not, maybe they aren't bad. You never know.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're bad, but yeah, keep an open
Well,
mind.
yeah.
okay, is there anything you guys are wanting to do? Or are you guys wanting to get right into it?
I think GLJ's ready to just take it on head on.
I would like to place a smoke bomb in the podium.
Oh,
No,
do you
Okay.
even have
I don't
smoke
even
bombs?
have a smoke
Okay.
bomb. I was just...
Oh, I was about ready to write that shit down.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it then. Let's.
So you don't have
I do have femurs.
That's so funny. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I don't think I got anything else that I can really do here.
Okay. So you guys kind of like hang out around this town hall. And like the people slowly start to trickle in. Like, you're definitely seeing some familiar faces. You're seeing some people you don't recognize at all. Like all the people that you've seen in like the town, like the mayor instantly like goes right upstairs and straight into his office and shuts the door. And a few people follow after him. There's hold the phone. Give me just 1 second. A lot of people kind of are like gathering in that like first floor main area sort of a thing. And then like in like the upstairs area there's just like some people like lounging around doing all that good stuff. But primarily the people you're looking at are either in the mayor's office or in that great hall area. So, let me start off by asking, where does everyone want to be? If you look back at that list that I sent, I would just like maybe pick a room, maybe like see what floor you're wanting to hang out on.
Where'd you send that list? Just in the Destiny's Mandate?
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I gotta take a leak, guys.
Be safe. Don't fall in.
And
No,
what's your
I
goal?
never
Are
do.
you just gonna hang out there? Or are you gonna sit there and listen?
Yeah, I'll hang out there for a little bit. Is it like a regular, like, is there stalls? Is it like a single
It's
serve?
like a single one.
Okay.
Because plumbing is like new and cool. It's like, hold on, how do I ping? There's a way.
Click.
There. There's like a bathtub, a toilet, and a sink. Asher, where are you trying to be?
I think.
That's floor 2. If you want to go to floor 1.
You know, guys, I don't know. I might try to hide out in the mayor's office.
Maybe just, or I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted
Okay.
I wanted to check out the mayor's office too. Seems like they are having a secret party in there.
Yeah, I definitely, think a room like that would have information we need.
Okay, are you guys trying to go there before everyone starts showing up, or after? Well, I guess that you guys know
Going right now.
after.
It's
Yeah,
after now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late to go there before.
it's too late. And I'm just gonna have you all roll initiative on what scene is gonna go first. Or your roll can count for you and Asher since you guys are sticking together.
Is my initiative better?
I have no idea. Asher, what's your initiative?
Mine's +2.
Let me roll your initiative.
Well, I think I'm gonna be taking a bit on the shitter.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, they go first.
Cool. So as all these people start to kind of like spill in and everything, you two kind of make your way upstairs, and as you go to walk into the mayor's office, the door is like very promptly locked. There's like a few people sitting in that lounge area where you guys are kind of like sitting. How do you guys want to go about trying to get into the mayor's office? Or do you guys want to like listen through the door?
I want to
Yeah.
maybe kind of see if I can hear anything from the door.
Thought I walk away and immediately you guys being sus.
Same. I want to listen.
Hey, we're on the second floor?
Yeah, you guys are on the second floor.
Are there any windows around?
There's tons of windows. Like every room has a window.
I use thaumaturgy to open the window.
Good idea.
Are you guys going outside to go and open up the second floor window?
Let's go. Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, we really are gonna be in jail by the end of this.
No, I'm just listening in on this side of the door, trying to see what they're talking about.
You trying to go outside and go around?
I think I'm gonna try to climb around the window.
I love you.
Well, you go out there, and I'll I'll be out the. I'll be out there in a second, and I'll open the window.
Okay, so there are a lot of people walking around. What is your guys' plans? Like, are you guys just gonna like suspiciously lean up against the door? Like, what is your plan? How are you trying to listen in? Are you trying to be coy, or are you just fucking ear against the door?
I'm like standing like near the door.
Do
Okay.
owlins get any bonuses to perception when it comes to listening?
No.
Roll a 19.
You're
Yeah, I did
representing
roll a
anyway.
19.
Yeah. So you're kind of sitting there listening. And you can clearly tell that this is all the heads of the town. So you hear 3 male voices, one of which you recognize to be the mayor, and like 1 female voice. And from there, hold on, I have a list of where everyone's at. You can kind of hear them arguing about what they want to do about certain things. So like you hear Stradvan like start, like
Stradvin?
That's the mayor.
Stradvan, the mayor,
Okay.
and he starts by just saying kind of like he thinks that for one that they need to request aid from outside places, and he agrees with everyone in the room. So everyone in the group agrees that they don't want to evacuate yet. But the major arguing that you're hearing is primarily about the trolls. And so it's like 2 people are like, we don't want to help the trolls at all. So like 2 of the male voices you don't recognize are like, no, fuck those guys. Like, let them leave. Like, we don't need to expend our resources helping them. And the female voice and Stradvan are kind of like, I think we should reconsider. We should do a little bit more. Like, maybe we need to send like some help out that way. And so like that's what they're primarily like they're arguing about. And then you hear the topic of the Mages Guild come up, which definitely piques your interest, Arn. And generally, you can kind of hear that there's like a sense of distrust. Yeah, like major distrust. I have a lot of opinions everywhere written down. However, you hear like one person's voice says, well, I trust them completely. I think everyone's just trying to set them up. We weren't having many issues with them before. Of course this is going to take a long time. And then like you hear Stradman and he's like, they've not been doing enough to begin with. And I have reason to believe from trusted sources that they're being shady. Can I roll some checks for you? So Asher, you go outside. You see a tree perfectly where the mayor's office is. And you think to yourself, I'm gonna climb it.
Oh, I think I got this. I could probably, use my claws against the tree.
You wanna use acrobatics or athletics? Acrobatics.
Okay.
Beep. And so you do climb it. You can kind of see the window and you see like everyone pacing around.
Ooh.
The window is closed.
I can see everybody.
Yeah, you can see them all kind of like moving around this table. They're arguing, they're yelling at each other. So like this is the room, right?
Okay. So let's just spells real quick. Wait, can I look for anybody like of importance?
Yeah, so the 4 people you see, there is obviously the mayor, who you know. He's like your old guy. There is 2 other men. They're both human. Kind of like in that like middle-aged, older range. And then there's like an elven woman.
An elven woman.
An elven woman. So you see the mayor, 2 other dudes, and then like a lady.
Can I hear anything from the window or not?
That's a good question. Maybe like if you're like listening in close to it. They're kind of like on a tree branch right now.
Let me cast Detect Magic at the window.
There's no magic on the window. But you can see like some of
Well,
the
detect magic is just kind of an area, right?
Yeah, 30 feet
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah, anything within 30 feet he would be able to sense.
So the magic that you see is obviously your dagger. It glows with enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
You see that like some of the jewelry that like the nobles wear kind of has that like magic tinge glow.
Okay.
One of the drawers on the mayor's desk glows. And that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then can I try to cast message at the mayor?
The mayor. Okay, what's your plan?
And I'm gonna say, I know what's in the drawer.
Why? What?
And the mayor instantly like looks around. Like, he looks around like and like he completely stops talking, and so Orin on the other side of this door, you just hear it instantly go quiet, and you hear some of the voices are like,
No, come on, keep talking, keep talking.
roll a stealth check for me.
I'm so glad I'm in the bathroom. Oh.
Okay. The good news is you duck down and you kind of make yourself quiet as like the people in the room start kind of looking around, right? And Lemaire is like, "Did you hear anything? I think someone just cast a spell to me." And like he firmly pats his pocket for a second. And then he's like, maybe we should cut this meeting short and start talking with all the other people.
Oh, shit.
We'll take a vote on.
I immediately, like, tiptoe away. I'm like, oh, fuck.
So funny.
Just
And
do a
Stab,
GLJ and break something.
and like the mayor opens the door and like all the nobles kind of like file out. And like some of them kind of like go and like sit in like the sitting area and just kind of like move about like that upper floor. And now we can go to the GLJ.
How's the
Okay.
shit going?
Yeah.
I guess I should roll a
Give me a
D2.
shit roll.
I'm gonna roll a D2 to determine what kind of stuff's going down.
Oh, number one.
We'll roll a D3, and I get a 3.
It's
I'm
both.
like, it's no. I mean, I always assume a 2 is both, but what's the command?
/ roll 1d3.
Okay, I got a 3. So like, I am pissing, I am shitting, I am farting.
He's doing
I am.
You're
Awesome.
blowing that toilet.
Love the bathroom check.
Roll for bathroom.
Roll for bathroom?
bathroom, please.
Roll for stink?
And then I'm gonna clean myself up, I guess, and then I'm gonna do a little fire burp before I leave to help alleviate the smell, like kind of like me lighting a match.
Yeah.
Bathroom
I need you to look at the chat.
explodes.
If you look at the chat, Chris just sent a good gif. Oh my fucking god.
He's chilling.
Which chat?
This voice chats.
Yeah, that's GLJ.
That's GLJ.
Good. So,
Elmo goes
as you
fuck.
get up and do you wash your hands? Is that something that GLJ does?
Anyways, if
Oh.
GLJ ever doesn't wash his hands, you might as well just consider him an oath breaker.
I'm gonna ask you this every time now. Give me a second to write this down.
Wash his hands.
Hold on.
Remember, kids, Zaravor says always wash your hands after you piss and shit.
I'm gonna hold you to this, by the way. Every
At
time you go to the
least
bathroom.
20 seconds, warm water.
And as you go to leave, you can kind of hear like like a little bit of whispering, like right outside like the door, because it's like a little hallway, right? Let me go back to the thing. And so you hear like one of the female servants, and she's like gossiping with another female servant, and she kind of like laughs, and she's like, I can't believe the captain of the guard's here. I think it's so pathetic he thinks he's gonna be a noble. And she like walks away.
Wow.
Mean.
And the other girl kind of like
Wow.
snickers.
Is this Mean Girls? Oh my gosh.
It's Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
I have a list of rumors for all of the people you guys can talk to.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice.
Now, do you have rumors about us?
I
Yes,
do.
like
You might overhear them.
Oh.
Ooh. I hope it's good things.
Good stuff.
Are they like still talking?
Yeah, they're kind of talking as they're walking away.
I will wait, ladies. I'll call out to them.
Both of the ladies will turn and they'll look at you. It's like this like two human like girls. And they're like, "Oh, the Golden Luminary. What can we do for you?"
Oh, I'm glad you've heard of me. I apologize. I couldn't help but I overheard what you were saying about the captain of the guard. I never met him. I wonder uh, what's what makes you think he's unfit to be a noble? Is there?
The two girls will look at each other. And give me just a second. Do you want to roll a persuasion check?
Yeah. There's persuasion. There it is.
And like one of the girls will kind of gesture for you to kind of come closer. And like if you do, she's gonna
I'll
like
lean
lean in.
in, yeah.
He's got a problem with illegal gambling.
Oh,
All of his money. But he has been campaigning to try to become one of like the noble heads of the family, which is all those people you see leaving the mayor's office, and you see all these people leaving the mayor's office and Orn tiptoeing away.
Mm.
And she'll kind of like point them out. She's like, he wants to join that group of people. I mean, like, somebody who's really illegally gambling and blowing every last penny they have really worthy to be a noble? Absolutely not.
I agree. I think gambling is definitely, at the very least, irresponsible. Breaking the law, of course. Can't have that, especially when it comes to lawmakers. Where does
Especially
he?
after the guard.
Where does this gambling even happen? Like, is there some sort of casino somewhere underground?
Would you like to roll another persuasion check?
Yeah, sure.
And both of them will look at each other again and they're like, oh, we have no idea. I don't know. Like, we're not into that kind of stuff.
Insight?
Yeah, you can roll an insight. You think they're telling the truth, maybe? Yeah, they're more than likely telling the truth.
Well, I appreciate you guys being honest with me about this. What do you have you guys been how's this plague been affecting you? Is there anything I can do for you guys personally to help you?
Well, luckily we're still working pretty good. And so, like, the first girl, she'll be like, I work for the noble family of the Sky Dancers. That's the elf woman, and she like kind of points over. And she's like, I came to help out. I get paid really nice, so I'm doing okay. And she works for the Snowbrew family, and she points to a different guy walking out. And we're both just kind of here helping with the meeting. As far as this Twilight thing goes, I think we're some of the lucky ones who haven't been very much so affected. Although you might want to try like the poorer parts of town. There's not a lot of food to go around.
A lot of food. Okay. Is there anybody other than, besides this guard, is there anyone higher up that you feel isn't pulling their weight lately?
You could say that about a whole family. And then so the second girl will kind of jump in and say, I think the head of my family might be having an affair. Then she
Oh
snickers.
shit! Telling on her
Really?
dad, dude. Oh my god.
Oh.
It's not her dad, it's more like her boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. That's still spicy. I wonder if.
And they're like, okay, well, we better get off to work again. It was nice meeting you.
Wonderful meeting you too.
They'll go and they'll kind of like run off down the stairs.
I will approach Orn since I saw him shuffling away.
Oh, you're out of the bathroom. Okay, good. I need to go to the bathroom.
Before you go, I heard some rumors. I'll lean in and I'll kind of quietly say, the head guard, he wants to become a noble, but he has a gambling problem. And then the leader of what family did she say she worked for?
It was the Sky Dancer family, which was like the elf one, and then the Snowbrew family.
Which one was the one that said they were having an affair?
Snowbrew.
And then the head of the Snowbrew family. I've never heard of them before, but whoever the Snowbrews are, they might be having an affair.
Very spicy information, GLJ.
Yes.
You're doing Zerafor's work. Okay, good job. I'm gonna go to the
Thank you.
bathroom.
All right, don't fall in.
Oh yeah.
Maybe,
Don't fall.
and
Was
maybe
it the
hold
big
your breath
toilet?
when you
Was
go
it the
in
big
there.
hole?
I kind of destroyed that place.
Was it the big hole? Did you fall in?
Oh, so it's actually pretty fancy. It's like an actual toilet, but there's like a rune at the bottom that just vanishes like the poop somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Magical waste disposal?
Plumbing.
So,
Magical
so Gilge
plumbing.
is coming in with me as I go to the bathroom.
No.
You guys are gonna hold hands now.
I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I
And
climb
then-
down the tree.
I
Are you
think we
gonna climb
should.
down the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you climb down the tree. Are you gonna go back in through the front?
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way towards the front.
And so you walk in, and it's weirdly quiet in like that great hall area. And it definitely seems like something steamy just happened. Just
Sorry
roll
about that.
perception check.
Yeah.
Let me open up your character sheet. Let's find out. Hi, that's not me. That's Asher. So, just with like the general tension of the room, you notice that the tension is with the druids. There's a big ass satyr man there now, and he's with the furbolg and the tiefling that you saw earlier. You don't know where Two Whispers is at, but it's definitely like there's like major tension that way, and like kind of the eyes are like shifting to that direction.
Is it just the druids in the room?
There's like a bunch of people
Oh, okay.
around.
Oh, shit. I'll walk towards the druids.
And the furbolg, she'll kind of like give you one of those like half smiles, and then she'll like walk away without even talking to you. So you're only left there with the satyr, which is like this big ass dude,
Mm-hmm.
and then Horror, the tiefling.
Hey guys, have you seen 2?
Horror, he's like, oh, he's upstairs talking with the other tabaxi.
So, you guys don't look too happy. What's been going on?
And Horror will look uncomfortably, and Nelazos, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to have you introduce yourself. Too bad. The satyr, he'll like kind of hold his hand out. He's like, so you must be one of the heroes I heard about.
Yeah, me along with, like an owl and, the GLJ, if you've heard of him. He shouts his name out a lot.
Oh, I've definitely heard. You're kind of a hot subject of the meeting
I'm doing so good at my job.
for you.
Fire away.
For one, when you were out, has there been any changes in the sky at all? I am new to the situation today.
No, we've seen like some stuff happening around a mountain, but the sky has just been perpetually in this state.
Do we need to be preparing for fights against demons?
Uh, I don't believe so.
Sure. Oh no, demons!
I
Demons! Demons!
Demons? What demons?
Demons and the
Where?
best guys around.
He's the best guy around. What about the people he murdered?
But
What?
nerd.
Since you are out there firsthand, do you feel like these people in this town are in immediate danger?
Sounds like a TV
You know,
reporter.
it's not just my opinion, but it is pretty dangerous out there. I mean, you know, always night. It's dangerous for anybody, especially, you know, some of the other things that have been roaming.
I want to know where your loyalties lie. Kobolds can be easily bought. I want to know that you're doing this for the greater good.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa!
And
Whoa, are you assuming right now?
He said to a kobold who just sold his soul.
Yeah. I'm here, I'm doing this for my brother. You know, I'm
What does your brother have to do with this situation?
No, he's a little sick, and I thought the Mages Guild could help us, and turns out maybe that's not the best option.
So are you telling me you don't trust the Mages Guild?
Yeah, no, fuck no.
That's interesting. Does your party feel the same way?
You know, I can say that. I think we all have had a little bit of distrust with certain members of the mages.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm writing. Stop looking at my paper.
I'm not looking at either. The action will have consequences.
Just remember, people are like listening to what you say. This is a social dungeon.
No, I'm not trying to give too much away.
Well, isn't that why you're here? To convince everyone what to do next since you're the only ones who came back? Why is it that you came back? What did you do different?
You know, I had the power of friendship.
Are you actually saying that? I love that.
And family.
Who knew the friendship party would be a warlock and a necromancer and a paladin?
Okay.
You know, speaking of family, I need to go find mine. And walk away.
Okay. Cool. Cool. you stuff like that. You really fucking said that. I just need.
I would like to. I'm just gonna go over there. I'm gonna find him there.
Okay, he's still on the upper floor, and he's actually making his way towards like a big ass tabaxi who's. I have a picture. Holy shit! Hold on.
A picture, a picture, a picture.
Yeah. Oh, where did I generate it? Hold on. I have like 8 million discords. Hold on. It's on its way. I don't know if I should send this in Dusty's Mandate or just like the regular chat.
Dusty's Mandate.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have Destiny's Mandate open on my other chats.
Wow.
Wow.
Lots of big ass like snow leopard looking tabaxi.
Like big, like bigger than me?
Like about as big as you.
Nice.
His broad shoulders, like.
I like how that's always the question. Like as big
Yeah.
as me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm intimidated.
And that's kind of who the mayor is like sort of trying to like talk to.
I will like let him engage with the tabaxi and
You
like
do prominently notice Two Whispers is also sitting with the other tabaxi.
okay. I'll let them like I want to like hold back just long enough for them to like begin talking and exchange like pleasantries or whatever and then kind of walk up.
Yeah, and they do, and it's like, the mayor's like, I'm so glad you could come here. We really appreciate your help. We know you're not as affected by this plight as we are, so it means a lot for us for you to show up. And the chieftain's gonna be like, of course. This situation affects us all, whether directly or indirectly. And that's kind of like a conversation that they're having. So, like, if you do like want to kind of like work your way in during like an opening, you definitely find one. Like, they're definitely going through like their pleasantries right now.
Yeah, I'll kind of walk up and say hello mayor. Um hello chieftain. I'm
And like
the
the Tabaxi will stand up and he'll go and give you like a firm handshake. The mayor will also kind of like pat you on the back, and Two Whispers will give you like a quick little like, "Hey, that's my friend," kind of a wave.
can I roll for handshake?
Yeah, you can roll for handshake.
Let's see. Could that be
Performance?
yes, I have a better performance than strength, so we'll go with that.
Cool.
Good old 13 out of 20 handshake.
Yep. You'd call that above average.
I'll say I'm the Golden Luminary of Justice, here on behalf of Zarevor.
Oh, the paladin. Of course, of course. And he'll give you like a salute. And then like a bit of a bow, and he's like, I highly regard your opinion. Please come and like join us, have a seat. And like the mayor kind of like shifts around uncomfortably for a second. The mayor's like, he speaks up and he's like, I was hoping to have you and Davenport, and he kind of like gestures to like another dude who's kind of like
Davenport.
hanging out in the area. Meet with me in my office to discuss the zone problems as you guys are the other leaders.
Yes, I actually have some matters I intended to bring to you privately, Mayor, and if you trust them in front of the chieftain here, I will happy to indulge the information to him as well.
Well, why don't we all join him in my office? And he'll stand up and he'll gesture for you, GLJ, the chieftain, and then he'll wave over the other mayor, Whitwallow, and he'll go take you guys into the office, lock the door, and like there's kind of like chairs about, but then like there's his big desk, and he'll like sit down at his desk and like kind of look expectantly at you.
Um, is any of the people present representing the Mages Guild?
No.
Okay.
You're seeing the mayor of Whitwallow, which is a town to the south, and the chieftain of Shiverhold, which is a village kind of past the mountains to the north,
I
like right at the
will
edge of the town.
I will shake hands with that man as well. Is he big? Is he a big guy?
He's kind of like a meek man.
Okay, then I will not like. I mean, I'll shake his hand decently, but I'm not gonna overdo it. It's just gonna be a nice,
And he kind of
firm
is,
enough.
my name is Everard Davenport. You can just call me Mayor Davenport.
Nice to meet you, Mayor Davenport.
It's very nice to meet you, Golden Luminary of
Of justice.
of Justice. I was gonna
Uh,
say Judge.
it's kind of a mouthful. Feel free to call me the GLJ. But
GLJ.
my friends call me Chilge. I don't know how I feel about that one, but I like it.
My friends call me Jilge. And then the chieftain, the Tabaxi, he's like, my name is Peak of Mountains. It's a pleasure.
It's a very appropriate name, Peak. Is it cool if I call you Peak or Mr. Mountain Chieftain Mountains?
I know my name is a lot. Most people call me Mountain.
Mountain. I know how you feel with the long names.
Tabaxis all have long names. Like that young kid out there, Two Whispers in the Winds. I'm just calling him Wisp.
Wisp. Yeah, I think that's what we've been calling him too. It's appropriate.
And
Um,
the mayor would speak up. He's like, so what did you want to talk to us about?
so I know we've all been. I'd like to just address the elephant in the room, and that is both the Mages Guild and, of course, the affliction at hand. Um, one of the men that's been traveling with me is a part of the Mages Guild as well, and I know that with how they've been, but I trust that man with my life. However, I do not trust Liliana. Um, I do, however, think that the Mages Guild itself could be very useful in solving this. However, we have to keep an eye on them because whatever magic we're dealing with, it seems to be dealing with corruption, and I'm afraid that maybe even they're they are at highest risk of corruption, be it not even on purpose.
So I propose, and this is Peak speaking, we have the church keep an eye on the mages because they are good faith, and we have the druids and their nature magic start looking at the affliction.
If you think that would be best, I guess I would agree. Me personally, we were considering having you keep an eye on the mages because we trust you more. However, I do also I spoke with the cleric, and I do ultimately trust their judgment and they are, as you say, men of faith, and I think that is hopefully enough.
Of course, I find it to be more trustworthy to have people of good faith working on the sky, seeing how is you, and he gestures to you. A man of faith, a like missionary of the gods, was able to return, which is something none have done before.
I think I wouldn't have been able to do it without Zerador's influence as well. The gods are our greatest ally in this fight, whatever we're dealing with. Say, do you pay any homage to specific deities? I know I don't know a lot about druids. I'm afraid to admit.
Oh, I'm not a druid. I'm I'm a barbarian chieftain.
Oh, well, that would explain why you're so strong.
And he'll like kind of lean into that and like do like a big flex, like kind of meathead style. It's great. Hold on, I have to go to my gods list. I
Flexing
forgot
for
his.
the GLJ. I bet he
Flex for
loves
the
it.
GLJ. You know, it's like we should exchange workout routines one of these days.
When he like gives you like a hearty laugh. My people follow. I have a lot of gods written down. Zahar, the god of protection.
Um, but I need to make like a nature check or
You can make like a religion
a
check.
religion check to see if I can.
Yeah.
What's my bonus to religion? Oh, I have a -1 to religion. That's fun.
Paladin is a -1 to religion.
Yeah, what?
I think I do. I think we said I get a bonus on religion checks for
About
Zeramore.
Zara. But
Yeah.
everyone else, you're like, what the fuck?
Did that not go through? There we go.
Oh,
Never
you
heard
have
of him.
no idea who the fuck that is.
I've never heard of him. He sounds wise though.
Of course, not to be cliche, but as a tabaxi, seeing a lion god definitely does the trick for us. We do have protection from the mountains, which is a blessing from the gods. And then, like, that mayor of the other town, he's all, oh yeah, for sure, we need the gods working on this ASAP.
The next thing I would I and I don't know if I'm overstepping my place because I know there's a lot of history, but those troll people, they I met two of them, and they seem that they are in trouble. They seem willing to work with us, um, and frankly, I think their home in the caves could be essential to our survival if things are to get worse. And if we can do our best to amend, even temporarily, any grievances we have with them, I think ultimately we could save more lives that way. And perhaps it will make way for a time of more peace in the future when we are successful in ridding this evil.
And the tabaxi, he'll nod his head and he's like, I think you're absolutely right. In times of trying, we need more allies. And the mayor will also nod his head because you talked to him about this earlier. And then finally, like, the little guy, he speaks like, don't you think we'd be wasting resources on people below the surface when we need help above?
Well, that's kind of where I figure I can help with that. I think if you would be willing to let me and my men go and investigate, along with maybe a few druids, um, we would I think we would greatly be able to help to at least ascertain some more information about what's going on with them, and maybe even perhaps figure out how to do things efficiently.
Of course, of course.
And me being not from here, I think I could pose as sort of a liaison between you and the troll leader, because I assume that despite those two men seeming well, I assume that the leader might be not as easy to convince.
But, like, I agree completely. And then the mayor will stand up and he's like, do you have anything else to add?
There's a few things I would like to say to you privately, Mayor, that I've heard, and I think for the sake of honesty, you should hear them. But I wouldn't want to bother the rest of you with such gossip.
Of course. Perhaps we could meet a little later about this. I do want to discuss a few things with these two while I have them.
I will happily go down to the. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm feeling a little peckish, so I think I'm going to head to the pantry, and perhaps you can find me there, or send one of your guards to find me, and I will come. I will come running.
All right, all right. Well, thank you for your information, GLJ.
You're welcome.
Really
And they,
appreciate it.
it was an honor to meet you all, and Zarevor is looking down on us
Of course.
in like a
And
good
so
way.
the mayor will kind of get up and like open the door and like kind of like lead you out, and then like shut the door once again. And let's go over to Orn. Orn, what are you doing in the bathroom? Are you using it?
Yeah.
Bathroom.
So, while Orn's in the bathroom, he's gonna piss and shit. I'm pretty sure birds do it at the same time. Like it's literally like the same.
Oh, it's all
substance.
one, but you might hack up a pellet.
Not that Patty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
getting there.
Didn't mean to
Getting
spoil
there.
it. Sorry.
So I sit on the toilet and that white gooey shit comes out, and
Oh my god.
God damn.
and after that's done, I like flush that, and then I just like crouch over the toilet and like like puking position over the toilet, and I just like start.
Oh my
And then like
God.
it plops into the toilet. Okay, there's one. Just a couple more. Okay. And I do that twice more, and then I wash my hands and I do prestidigitation and I flush the toilet.
Sick.
And then I'll leave and go look for Adriel.
Okie dokie. Where do I have her? So you find her kind of quickly. So like there's like two sets of sitting rooms in the upstairs area. Both of the doors are open. You see her in and talking with like a bunch of other women. And she'll see you and she'll kind of like dismiss herself and she'll like walk out and like go and like talk to you.
So what have you learned?
Well, I've learned. Boy.
She's about to have all the deets.
Remember, this is 50-50.
I've learned from the other wives,
Wives.
the nobles.
Other wives.
Yeah, a lot of these noblemen brought their wives with them. And boy, do they love to gossip, and they hate other women. It's great.
Oh, I bet that's where the juicy stuff is. Yes.
That elf woman, Isolde Sky Dancer, apparently, it seems like she moved here about 10 years ago, instantly became a noble, so she came here with money. But somehow or another, she escaped her past life, and she refuses to talk about it. And the women are all kind of debating on what they think it was.
Well, what do you
She's
think
not
it
married
is?
either.
So she's a self-made noblesse lady.
Self-made here. And I heard
Yes. Yes.
that she could be easily bought with some nice wines. So if you wanted to change her opinion,
Some
that
nice
might be a good
wine.
way to some nice wine. If you wanted to sway her opinion, that might be a good way to do it.
Okay. And she has a vote.
She does have a vote.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, there's about 10 votes that you need to get. You've got the mayor, who already trusts GLJ. I can tell you that much. You've got Oxford Snowbrew, the head of the Snowbrew family. You've got Davrick Warblaze, the head of the Warblaze family. I can actually break this down. I'll type it
I was
all
gonna
out.
say, could you type
Yeah,
this
can
out
you
for
send
us?
me a
Yeah.
list of those names?
Of course.
And then the lady's name was Snowbright?
He's all right answer.
Sky Dancer.
So here's your got the mayor. Hold on. You've got kind of wants to write the rumors that you know about everyone here.
Yeah, I've been. Well, GLJ was the only one that got rumors, but I have what the mayor and the other people in the room think.
I told you those rumors, though, so
Yeah,
you do
but
know them.
honestly, Orn doesn't really give a shit about those rumors. Like that
That's
seems
fair.
like what it is, just like gossip. Me, Tate, however, they're probably relevant.
Yeah,
Mm.
I feel you. The GLJ is, I think he's just gonna tell the mayor, wash his hands of the gossip.
Uh, Hold on, this is a lot to type. I've got 1,000,008 lists everywhere. Cool. Um, give me one more second. I'm also giving you guys their titles, so it's like a little easier to understand who they are.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Some of these people you already met. Yeah, those are all the people whose votes you actually need to like sway. And so Adriel should kind of give you out the list. She's like, you've got the mayor, who you've already met. I can tell you with certainty that the GLJ holds a lot of sway over him. You've got the noble heads, which is Oxford Snowbrew. He leads the trading in and out of Northstrand. You've got the production overseer, Davrick Warblaze. He's your lumberjack, miner, all the things that we need to go and collect here in Northstrand. You've got your cultural head, which is Azalda. He's the one who I was just giving you guys the tea about. You've got the captain of the guard, who's got a vote. I don't think you guys have probably met Joffrey yet. He's the head of the Pale Scroll Order, and seeing as it's been a fixture here for a while, he's got a vote. Apparently, the druid head Nelizos is coming in. He's a big satyr-looking dude. I haven't met him yet, but he's got a vote. The old man, Everard, is the Whitwallow mayor. He's got one. The big tabaxi guy's got one. And then the Reverend Mother of the church here has one. These are the people you're going to make your case to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of votes. There's a lot of hands in this pot. This is a region-wide problem.
Well, we have already kind of put our hands in into the pot for the mayor, the Reverend Mother, probably the Druid head. I'm assuming he would listen to the druids who are already here.
If we're lucky, I don't know if Two Whispers even had a chance to talk to him, seeing as he's wandering about. She kind of like looks out of like that room that you guys are kind of like sort of standing in, sort of not. And Two Whispers is kind of just wandering around aimlessly.
Okay. Okay, so we might still have to talk to the druids. That's a good point, Adriel. Okay, so that means that we should talk to Oxford, Davrick, Isalda, Roger. Don't need to talk to the mages because they will not agree with what we want. And then Nelizos, and then Everard Davernport, and Peak of the Mountains. So as
Yes.
long as we can talk to them, I think we should be able to state our case. I have an idea for Lady Sky Dancer. Do you know where I could get a bottle of wine?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, we had
Oh.
the RTC disconnection.
Oh.
Oh. What was the last thing you heard?
Um, just repeat everything you just said.
So we're going to have to talk to basically everybody.
Mhm.
But I have an idea for Lady Sky Dancer. Do you know where I could get a bottle of wine and a few glasses?
Well, definitely the pantry here is a good place to start. If not, you might have to go into town. In my carriage, I used to have a bottle of wine underneath one of the seats. If you have time to run and get that.
Okay, well, I'll check the pantry first. You keep doing what you do best. Um, keep talking to the wives, and
Of
let me
course.
know if there's any spice. From what I've learned, it seems like there was a little secret meeting with the mayor and some of the other big people, let's just say. And they seemed like they wanted help from outside sources. Most of them don't trust the trolls, but it does seem like the mayor is fighting for the trolls, which is good. And then most people don't
Good.
trust the mages. So I think maybe we could even try to rile people up and get their vote cast out.
Orn, I'm going to remind you of just one thing. You and I are associated with the Mages Guild. That means people don't trust us by proxy.
Oh yeah, well I know that.
I'm just asking you to be careful because you could make my job a lot harder. And your own job a lot harder.
Yeah, I mean with the leaders I really don't think they'll like my point of view, so I was going to be quiet, but I don't know, for the other people, I think I could talk to them.
Of course. Alright, and we'll go ahead and call that the end of turn one. So that's like your guys' first, like, half hour.
Mhm.
Where would you guys like to move for turn two?
Well, I think Orn and GLJ were going to meet up in the pantry, basically.
Yeah, it seems like that's where that's headed.
But with, I think we'll cut to Asher now, and then we can go to GLJ and Orn in the pantry.
Yeah, that'll give me some
Cool.
time
Where
to
do you want
sleep.
to be?
So I was like in the front room, right? So in
Yeah,
the hallway.
you're in the Great Hall, which is like where all the people are. which no one saw this.
I saw it.
No, I have like, so in different parts of the building, there's different events that go on that can really turn things in your guys' favor. Nobody was in the right place at the right time for that one.
Interesting. Oh, this is fun.
I want to go back towards the mayor's office, but I want
So you're gonna go back upstairs?
I want to try to look for the mayor.
Okay. Cool. And do you guys want to roll initiative, or should I like tape
We
smoking?
can just Tate smoking. We can do Asher first, and then
So you go upstairs, and like once again, the mayor's in his office talking, and the door is locked again.
Okay. And the door's locked.
Yeah. You can do whatever you'd like. You could hang out in this little area and listen for rumors. You could try to listen in on what they're talking about. You've got options for days, baby.
I'm like trying to figure out what's important here. What should I do? You know? I kind of want to know what's in the office. What's locked up, but like, I also feel like it's just like nothing, right?
I hate that you can see my face right now because I'm not a good liar.
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
See my character sheet real quick?
Yeah. Doo-doo. Let's go. Hold on. Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
So you're upstairs. Mayor's door locked.
I'm just gonna try to like listen in on their conversation.
Okie dokie. And I'm just gonna say, like, from earlier. Actually, roll a perception check. I want to see how well you can hear. Beautiful. You can hear crystal clear. The primary thing that you're hearing is actually the older man from Whitwallow. He's like, things aren't looking good in my town. People are getting sick in droves. I left my family behind. I am afraid to return. The roads are treacherous and dangerous. We barely made it. And then you hear like the chieftain, and he's like, well, we need to start establishing a path to get your citizens to safety here. Your city is not walled. This one is, and my city is walled. Our people aren't safe there. And then the mayor's like, do you know how much resources that would cost trying to just get people to and from Whitwallow? We were lucky we got some heroes to come back. And that's kind of the conversation you're hearing. They're arguing on what to do because a large amount of people in Whitwallow are sick with the affliction.
Can I make my way to the The records room.
The which room?
The records room.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And so you kind of leave and you start making your way there. When somebody bumps into you, it's just like just a servant. He's just like kind of like a teenage boy. And he goes, "Oh, you dropped this." And he gives you like a folded up parchment and then he just walks away.
Secrets, secrets.
I'm just gonna open it, and I just like use my claw, and I just kind of peel the letter as cleanly as I can.
Meet in the kitchen in 10 minutes.
Oh. And then I stuff it in my coat.
Are you still going to go into the records room?
I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah.
Cool. So you go in there, and it's pretty empty. Like you see like lots of like books, ledgers, all that kind of stuff. Like lots and lots of papers. You see drawers. But nobody really like is in there right now. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
I'm looking for documents of Whitwallow.
Cool. And like you kind of find like a section and like you find some like trading ledgers where it's like Northstrand buys a lot of fish from Whitwallow because they're right next to that lake, but Whitwallow takes a lot of their lumber and whatnot to build their town. You can kind of see that like obviously like these two towns like rely on each other pretty heavily. You do see like some like markings on these ledgers where prices were changed. Like agreements were like altered.
Okay. I'm gonna take the documents.
I need this. I need this.
Perfect. Oh, cool.
Then I'm gonna try to put it back as neatly as I can, but like, I'm gonna like kind of shuffle the folders a little together, and then close it.
Cool. And you do.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to sneakily work my way out of the room.
And you do. I mean, like
Or at
people
least
are
to
kind
the
of like
front door.
walking like out and around all the time anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So are you gonna instantly make your way to the kitchen? What's your plan?
I'm gonna have the documents, and then I'm gonna make my way to the kitchen.
Cool. And so like you do, and there's a couple servants, and then that boy you saw earlier recognizes you.
Mm-hmm.
He like gestures for you to follow. And it takes you to the back corner, and there's like two other people, and they're two other kind of like skinny teenagers, and they're like, "You seem a little shady."
Shady how?
Shh, lower your voice, lower your voice.
Okay.
Shady, like you want to make some money.
But are you guys in the kitchen?
Yeah, they're in the kitchen. We're in the pantry.
Oh, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is a door.
I mean, how much money are you talking?
I'm talking like the key to the treasury for the city. Money.
Ooh.
I mean, listen, I love a good cut in on some gold here, but I don't know if that's what I really care about right now.
Hey man, it's your loss. You gonna keep quiet about this?
Sounds like a setup.
I mean, I don't know if I'm interested in the first place, but
Make some inside checks.
I mean, yeah, I'll be quiet about it if you're quiet about it.
Alright. Roll an insight check.
Yeah. You do feel like this is a really precarious situation. Why would you try to rob the town in the middle of a hearing where most of the important people of town are there? It does seem very, very sketchy.
Before I leave the room, oh wait, is a cantrip. Um, I'm just gonna stare at like the kid that dropped the note dead in the eyes, and you say like without moving my lips like, uh, "Who are you working for?" Like you're trying to like intimidate him.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Scatter. They don't say a word. They just scatter to go back to what they were doing and whatnot, and they just like you can for one tell you startled them, but they're not gonna say a fucking word.
Okay.
Cool, and let's go over to the pantry. So you boys are in the pantry. What are you doing?
Oh, Gilge, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was feeling a little peckish. I'm glad you came here. I realized I should have come talk to you. I met with the mayor and
Okay.
the leader of the druids, as well as the leader of it was the elf, right?
It was Davenport.
And
Yes.
Mayor Davenport. And it seems that we might want to change our strategy just a little. They want to the druids want to be in charge of investigating the affliction,
Well,
and have the priests keep an eye on the mages.
um, well, I was told the druid head wasn't here yet.
He's here. Tabaxi, big guy.
Uh, Sather. Right?
Oh,
Adriel told me that, right?
Yeah. Adriel told you that the leader of the druids is a big satyr named Nelizos.
Yeah.
oh, must have stuff. Must have my
Could
affiliations backwards.
could you
Oh,
be
that would
speaking
explain why he
about
wasn't a
the?
druid. Ah,
Could you be speaking about the chieftain?
yeah,
Was his name Peak of the Mountains?
yeah, Mr. Mountains.
Okay, yes. So that is the Shiverhold chieftain.
Mm,
So that is not the Druids Guild.
okay, but they seem to trust the druids or the priests on keeping an eye on the mages guild, and it seems that the mayor and him and Mayor Davenport are all in agreement on that. So that's three votes that we could that fit our bottom line, as well as sending us. They also agreed that they could send us to investigate the trolls.
Yeah, as long as someone is here with the mages, I don't care who it is, the clerics or the druids. I trust both of them. I just don't trust the other mages.
Correct. Have you heard any more rumors?
Well, well, it's kind of funny that you say so, Gilge, because I wasn't really trying to look for rumors, and I'm like reaching for a wine bottle and some wine glasses. But I have found.
Is there in fact wine in the pantry?
There is definitely one in the pantry.
Okay, good.
But I have found that one of the votes can be easily bought with wine. So here we go.
Wait, before you go, who? Tell me more.
Do you want to do it?
I was gonna say, I don't know if I think you should kind of lay low.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, yes. I don't think any of these people will like my ideology and my way of thinking about this. So here, you take the wine and you
I'll take
take
the
the wine
wine.
bottles.
Can you guys do like investigation check or something on the wine?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
sure.
just grab a random bottle because you could have definitely grabbed some bottom shelf shit.
Yeah.
I Orn doesn't care.
Since my dad owns a bar, would I maybe have advantage?
I got an. Oh,
Yeah.
that's an intelligence. My bad.
Investigation is intelligence based, but it's not a save.
11.
With advantage, I would get a 17.
So you're able to kind of discern like the wines on the wall pretty quickly. So like you do see like some of the nicer ones are like kind of in the back and like they're a lot older. There's like some dust on them, like the reserves. What Orin grabbed was definitely like a cheap ass $7 bottle of Merlot. It's
Oh,
good, but it's cheap.
oh yeah. I think that bottle's okay, but I think she'll probably like this one better, and I'll
No,
reach
no,
back for the.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was gonna do magic to make it taste really good. But I
Um,
guess you're correct. Like it should have the bottle.
I think let's stick with the real thing. Let's try not to. Let's. I want to be genuine about it.
Well, how about this? You can let's give her the real thing, but I'm still gonna add that little, that magic spice. But since you'll have her
How much
attention,
wine
I'll
have
do it
you?
without her
How
knowing.
much? What's your experience with wine? Because the flavor of wine is a very
Oh,
very
what about this?
delicate
What
matter.
about this? What if you ask her what she likes? And I'll be there, we'll just be friends and I'll let you do the talking. But I'll listen.
Friends.
I'll listen in on the conversation. You ask, what she likes, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I found a bottle that just so happens to taste exactly what you want." And then I'll come in with the prestidigitation to make sure it's just, just
But
how
if
she
you
likes.
haven't drank what she likes, how would you know how to do it right?
Well, you ask what she likes, like what kind of notes she likes.
Notes. Okay. I think I think you're overthinking this wine thing. I think you're. I think we don't have a lot of time either before this starts. I think
Well, it doesn't.
while I do
It wasn't going
this,
to take that much time. I was literally just going to give her some shit wine, and then make it taste really good, and then hope for the best.
I
But
like your
now
plan.
since
I
you're
do.
here,
I do. I like your plan, Orn. But I think you need to find Asher. You need to find what he knows, and then you guys need to start immediately focusing on swaying any other. We don't have a lot of time. I think this bottle would be enough. It's pretty good. And after all, at the end of the day, it's not really about the wine.
okay. Well, if you think so,
The label should be all that matters.
the lady is called the Sky Dancer. Have you met her yet?
I don't believe so. Isolda.
Yes,
Elf
Sky
lady.
Dancer.
Okay, I will find her. You should find Asher and tell him what we've learned and what and how we need to sway the votes.
So we're going with clerics are going to watch over the mages, and
Yes.
druids are going to investigate.
Cleric and mages investigate the sky, druids investigate the affliction.
Okay.
Cool. So the party's votes have changed. Let me go ahead and update some stuff. They want clerics there now. They want druids here.
Oh, Gilge. Adriel
Yes,
is over there with Lady Sky Dancer. Can you let her know what we're changing our vote to?
I will.
Just so that she is also aware.
And then I will go find Adriel and then Lady Skydancer.
Cool. And so you go upstairs and kind of go into that sitting room, and that elven woman has now joined a lot of the women in one of these like lounge rooms. And Adriel will notice you, and she'll kind of like beckon you in and see like that you've got a nice bottle of wine with you and some glasses. She'll kind of like gesture to like the women, like, "Isn't he so sweet? What a gentleman! Come, have a seat. Have a seat."
Hi, ladies. I found this in the pantry, and I figured you guys would be thirsty.
And all the women are like, "Yeah." And so the elven woman instantly takes a bottle, reads the label and whatnot. She's like, "Oh, this is a really nice bottle."
Is this Skydancer?
It is Sky Dancer. And she'll pour herself like the first glass. And she's like, "Good taste. You work in a bar?"
My father owns one, actually.
Amazing. Amazing. I always appreciate someone who has an eye for finer things.
Oh, I do. Trust me. And he's gonna give her a look like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, eh.
I don't know what that sound means.
I'm looking at one of those fine things right now.
I'm looking at
Oh,
you
okay.
right
Gotcha.
now.
Can I make a performance check for that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Nice.
She is
Nice.
picking up what you are laying down. She like leans forward and listens intently.
So you're Skydancer, aren't you?
I am. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Golden Luminary of Justice.
And it's a pleasure to meet you too. And I'll like take her hand and like kiss the back of her hand.
Instantly flattered, but she's like trying to be coy about it, but like she's like, "Damn, I'm being flirted with." That big old dragon.
My
Is she
big
the
old
bard?
dragon.
I will pour glasses for the rest of the women, and then
You're eating this interaction up, by the way, just so you know.
God,
And like some of the women are whispering to themselves, like, "Did you see? He's totally into her." Kiddo. All kinds of gossip like that. And she's like, "So what can I do for you, sir?" She's like totally like making like direct eye contact with you.
well, I was actually hoping that we could talk. I've talked to the mayor, and there's some things that I think you should hear before the hearing starts.
Oh, of course. So we're gonna go talk politics. And so she'll kind of like stand up and like hold her hand out for you to guide her somewhere else.
Yeah, and then I'll say, I'll leave the bottle with those women, and I'll say there was a few more of those bottles in the pantry, and there weren't a lot of prying ears there. If you want, we can go look for another bottle.
Oh, so whisking me away to the pantry, I see.
Oh, just trying to keep things private. You know, there's a lot of, and I'll get quiet and I'll say, there's a lot of rumors going around, and you know, I don't know about those. Who is this woman? She's in charge of what?
She's like the
Cultural
cultural
thing?
head. Like things like the finer arts, wines, like like luxury imports, luxury exports, like that kind of stuff.
I'm sure you've noticed, but those majors haven't been too classy lately.
Oh, of course.
Ooh,
I
good
suspect
gracious.
will be a pretty big rumor going forward.
That we might. And then he'll lead her to the pantry, I guess.
Hold on, I have to write this down because people are spreading rumors about you guys too.
Perhaps if you'd like to avoid rumors, we could take separate paths.
So it's too late. I think those ladies, and she kind of like does like a side eye back to the room where you guys are leaving, and like these women are giggling, like they're laughing and whatnot. Adriel shoots you a quick glance, like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Actually, can I gesture Adriel to come over before we
And she
fully
will.
leave the room?
Yeah. And she'll kind of get up and she's like, "Don't get into too much trouble." And she gives you that look like, "I swear to God, I'm serious. I'm not. I'm trying to sound playful, but I'm serious."
Um, I want to like kind of like lean over and like whisper in her ear, be like,
Slight change of plans. Uh, clerics and mages investigating the sky, and druids investigating the affliction.
Okay. I hope you know what you're doing. I will keep.
I do not. But
And then
Xanavar does.
Daldo, she'll turn around. She'll be like, "Are you gonna keep me waiting?"
No, no, definitely not. Let's get going.
And she's digging this. She's like having a great fucking time. She's like, she feels like she's in high school again, you know?
I mean, after all, I'm fucking 19.
And she's an elf, so she could be like thousands of years
Oh
old.
my god, that's so dirty.
She is, spoiler, she is a little old. Older than Adriel. And Adriel's like 300.
Spicy.
Spicy.
GLJ about to be the fucking young gravy of this realm.
Gravy, yeah.
Oh god.
This is a funny situation. Okay, so you lead her to the pantry. And she's kind of like she's like giggling a little bit. And she's like, "So what's so important that you needed to come talk to me privately in the pantry about?"
Well, like I said, a lot of prying ears. It seems that this evening information and rumors are of utmost value. And I think you of any of all here would know that, saying as you're a woman of culture.
Of course.
But perhaps you could tell me something first, and we can go back and forth with some rumors.
So you took me down to a pantry to gossip?
Oh, and to drink wine.
I see. Well, why don't we crack open a bottle?
Yeah. GLJ will crack open a bottle.
Cool. And so she'll probably like find like a glass and like pour herself a cup, pour you a cup, give you a quick little cheers, and then take a drink.
Maybe my papers just have never been working correctly.
Well, perhaps I'll start with the rumor. Might as well. It's my idea. Did you know that the head guard has a gambling problem?
And she gasps like this is the most like crazy thing she's ever heard. She's all, "No, he does
Yes.
not. He's a good man."
Apparently not. Well, I'm sure he still might be. If anything, he might be. For all we know, maybe he's investigating a secret underground gambling ring, and he's about to spring him. But he's been seen going down there.
That's horrible. That's horrible. I need to let Stradman know immediately. That's horrible. Oh my goodness.
Oh, don't worry. I already have plans to tell Stradvin. He's actually he's probably looking to talk to me right now, but I can talk to him after this.
Goodness. I can let you in on a little secret now.
What do you know?
Free of the Pale Scroll Order has been taking extra funding from different people in town.
Pale Scroll Order
The
is the
Mages
mages?
Guild.
The mages?
Yep. Oh, yeah. He's been dipping into the town's treasury.
Really? How much?
That's the question. No one knows.
Hmm.
That is just a rumor, of course.
Of course.
And then she'll take like another sip. And she's like, "You got any more for me?"
Oh, yes, I do. Which one was it again that's cheating?
Snow Brew.
Snow. Are they one of the ones that vote?
Yes, sir.
The trade head.
Oxford Snow Brew. I hear that Snow Brew is having an affair.
That doesn't surprise me. He hates his wife.
Really?
Violently hates her. Apparently, it's a not so nice household. His daughter's running away all the time. Nasty business.
Hmm. Have you met them?
Of course, I've met them. I work very closely with them.
Hmm.
Not my favorite person.
Do you have any idea with who with?
Who would like Snow Brew?
Yeah, I haven't even seen him.
The mayor has a soft spot for him, but they've been friends for a long time.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, definitely something. We go back a while. He's got some pretty extensive ties with Whitwallow as well.
Hmm.
Now tell me, you didn't come in here to just gossip and drink.
No, after all, we are having a hearing, and I know that you have a vote. And I suspect, well, I think you still owe me a rumor.
Oh.
Oh, of course. Well, word's been going around that the druid's ranks changed right before coming in. Big spectacle right at the front.
Really?
A head druid came in, demoted the furbolg, promoted the tiefling. Nasty business.
Oh no. Any
Apparently,
idea why?
no idea. Apparently, it turned into a bit of a blow up in the Great Hall, though.
Oh my.
So the tiefling was the person we got the plants for, right?
See, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm. This is quite a day to be changing things up. Wonder if this
Yeah.
has to do with the lives they lost recently. Maybe this is some sort of reprimand for that.
No idea. I just know the big boss showed up, changed things around. So that might be an interesting dynamic.
Importantly, though, what I really need to talk to you about is well, this upcoming vote, and more importantly, the Mages Guild. As I alluded to earlier, they've not been as classy of late, and I'm afraid that they're up to something, and I've evidence against that. Been collecting.
To prove that, right?
Listen, I think you're a sweet boy. I think everyone's working really hard and everyone's stretched real thin. I don't want to make any accusations, especially at a time like this when we're trying to solve problems, not create more. If I were you, I'd suggest maybe not stirring the pot too much.
No, I'm afraid I wasn't intending to tell you all of that. I think the wine has loosened my lips a little bit.
I worry that perhaps that's loosened mine a little too much as well. I think I should be returning to where I was.
Well, do me a favor. When it comes down to the vote, bottom line, we would like to keep the. I've been in communication with the mayor and with the mayors, and it seems that they would like the priests to be assigned to the same task as the Mages Guild to help keep them honorable. And I think that task is best to be the sky. I don't trust them around the affliction. I'm afraid that they might be tainted by it more than any.
I'll definitely keep it in mind. And then she'll leave the pantry. We're up to Orn.
Um, so I'm looking for Asher, right?
Yeah.
Last I knew, he was outside.
Yeah.
So,
What?
so I'll go outside.
You just see all of his little like footprints kind of like running around this tree. Like so you see his footprints lead to the side of the building through the snow. Then you see him around this tree. You can see where he kind of climbed this tree. And then there's a second set of footprints that kind of lead back to the front.
Oh no, what have you been doing? Oh no. Can I kind of like go up to the tree and his tracks and investigate like what I think he's been doing?
Yeah.
21.
So you kind of look at where this tree's positioned. And it's right outside the mayor's office. And it's pretty easy to put two and two together. When you guys went to go listen in on the mayor's office, this guy obviously went downstairs, went outside, climbed the tree, and started listening from the window.
Well, I guess, you gotta make do with what you gotta make do with. I'll go back inside. Now, where's
Would you like to roll a
that little
perception check
cribble
before you
run
go
to?
back inside?
Yeah. 8.
Cool, you just go back inside.
Now, where did that little critter run off to?
And then there's people moving around, and like you can kind of like hear some people talking and everything. Where is your first plan to go and look?
I guess the mayor's room.
So you go upstairs, and the mayor's room's still closed and locked, and Asher is still nowhere to be seen.
Can I knock on the mayor's room?
Yeah. And the mayor will go and he'll unlock the door and answer it, and you see the big tabaxi and the skinny mayor from Whitwallow, and the mayor of North Strand, Stradford, he's like, would you give us just a second? We're sort of in a meeting here.
Oh yeah, no problem. No, there's no Asher in there, right?
And like everyone kind of looks around and they're like, no.
Okay,
Your
that's all I needed to check.
DLJ
Sorry.
friend was here just like a little while ago.
Oh, Gilge?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Well, I hope you guys.
God damn it, Art.
Well, I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. Sorry to interrupt the meeting.
I almost wish I let you go try to flirt with Skydancer. That would have been fucking hilarious.
I will say, like, Orn, in passing, you do see GLJ leading down the elven woman down the stairs.
What the? Okay, well at least he's getting to her. And like I notice like how like into it she is.
Oh, for sure. It's not a secret.
Holy shit. GLJ, oh my god.
We exchange like a casual low five as I pass.
Orm just like looks at you all worried, like, okay. um, can I look for the trolls?
The
Drinks
trolls were
are
not
here.
invited to the meeting.
Okay, that's probably for the best. So I'll go look for the druids then.
Cool. And so Two Whispers is kind of walking around that area we already are. Kind of just, like looking at stuff. Like he doesn't really know where to be.
Hey, what's up, Wisp?
Oh, hey, what's up, Orn? Kind of gives you like a finger guns gesture.
What have you been up to?
Honestly, wandering. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, and everything feels tense.
Well, buddy, let me ask you, where do you want to be?
Home.
Okay, well,
Not here.
other than home, like what person are you comfortable being around?
I'm gonna be real with you. You guys gave me a task to talk to Peak of the Mountains, and I've just been waiting for him to come out of this room.
Well, honestly, I just spoke to the mayor, and it seems like GLJ talked to them. So
Yeah,
you're
I
good,
know.
man.
They all walked in this office, and then I'm just here. Don't know what to do with myself.
So is he expecting you out here, or?
No. I'm just waiting.
Well, why don't you just come with me, buddy?
Okay.
All right.
Us,
And he'll like kind of walk with you, and he'll like see some like stuff on like a shelf, and he'll just push it off the shelf and just continue walking.
well, why would you do that? I like go, go and put it back.
Why would you
Wisp,
put it back?
Wisp. Listen,
Whiz.
You know, I don't know much about all of these meetings either, but my friends told me that I need to chill out.
And he's gonna look you directly in the eye and put his hand on the shelf with like the objects like that were just dumped, and he's gonna slowly move them. His
No, no,
hand.
no, 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 no. Wisp. No. Wisp, listen to me. Look around us. Look at how many people are here.
He like whips his head around and looks at people. He's
They,
like, I know. It makes me
I,
feel gross.
I'll get like really close up to him. They are all spreading rumors about everyone and making a lot of stuff up. So if they see you doing something out of the ordinary, then that's gonna spread around like wildfire, and we need our reputation to be spot on.
I gotta be real with you, Orn. I do not want to be here.
Okay,
This is a
buddy.
nightmare.
I think the GLJ's got it. I don't, I don't. You can check in with the druids. I think maybe going home and sleeping it off would be the best.
The problem is I can't leave because technically speaking, I'm one of the people who came back. This is a fucking nightmare.
Well, yeah. Just stick with me. Just stick with me. Us,
Hey,
us rejects need this.
you can't just kick out the coolest cat that we know.
And we'll go ahead and call that the end of turn 2.
Did we
Oh,
did Chris get to do something turn two? Oh, he went
Yeah,
first, didn't he?
Yeah, he went first.
He
Yeah.
went first. That's right.
Went to the records room and then he got
I don't.
the note from the servants. And it's almost 11. Should we wrap it up here and finish the other 2 turns next time?
Are the other two turns the hearing
It's
itself?
Technically no. You guys are still in your convince everyone to do certain things period of time. So there's 2 more turns left to do that, and then like the final round will be the votes.
Okay.
I'm down to.
I'm down to keep going, but if
Yeah.
y'all are getting tired, I do see that this would be a decent stopping point.
Yeah.
That's a good stopping point.
It's just we didn't really sleep well last night since we had to go get his mom from the airport.
Yeah, you should definitely not be tired for the big finale.
Heck yeah. I hope you guys liked round 1 and 2. You guys
Yeah,
missed.
this
I
is
like you
fucking dope.
yourselves.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's really exciting for me because there's a lot of background stuff going on that you guys are missing. It's great.
Oh my god, I'm so stressed. I also feel like, I mean, feel free to like call out GLJ for like, I mean, like, I feel like he kind of really skirts the line on. He definitely isn't. I don't know. He tries to be honest, and like the things he says, the way he presents himself feels often dishonest. I don't know.
Well, I can definitely say the lady you were talking to, she was really into you, and then you started talking politics, and she was like, "God damn it, I'm being
Yeah.
so."
Yeah.
That's kind of why she, like, near the end, she was like, "Dude."
Yeah,
No.
ultimately he wasn't there to flirt. He was there to to just talk business.
She was massively disappointed. She's like, "This dude's gonna come up, flatter me, take me to the fucking pantry, and then be like, what have you heard?" Cool.
I'm glad I got that 20 though.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of high rolls this session.
Oh, for sure.
Chris, what the fuck is going on in Asher's head when he's like, I see your magic wand, man?
Asher was making some choices.
You know, Asher isn't the most intelligent.
Yeah, I honestly though, GLJ is a -1 to intelligence, so like I'm just like afraid to make mistakes when it comes to D&D sometimes, but I think that's part of role playing low intelligence properly is deliberately. Do any of us have good int? I feel like the person with the best int acts the dumbest.
I have. I have a high int,
But it's interesting.
but he has
I think-
low charisma.
He's low. That's what it really is. It's not that he's dumb. He's just really low charisma. So he's like
Yeah.
just going about these things in a really awkward manner, even though everything he knows is definitely correct.
Yeah.
You know what it comes down to is like, Orin just needs to tell GLJ everything, and GLJ just needs to speak about it.
Right.
Yeah. I think we've.
Like,
been
Orin
doing a
knows
good
the
job.
things. Asher's the one who gets the information. Like, it's great. I'm pretty sure those ledgers are.
And casually heckles the mayor in his head.
It was for
Oh
info.
my god.
It was really
So-
funny. I'm glad you thought through my setup. There's a
Oh
few more
man,
things.
yeah. Holy shit, that was such a setup.
Yeah.
You were sus from the start. Even like reckless little Asher was like, I like what you're offering me, but I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that guy up to?
Yeah.
They're a bunch of
And we-
teenagers.
And we need to talk to the Tabaxis. We need the druids and the priest. Shit, I need to talk to the priest again.
She did ask for you to find her.
That's true. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Thank you for I'll try to remember that next time. I think that's the next thing GLJ is going to. After all, he just had like wine with a woman in a pantry. He needs to go seek a priest immediately.
That's really funny.
I have a confession to make.
Forgive me, Father, for I have canoodled
For intelligence. For intel. Is it a sin? I don't. I mean, like, not. I did not make a vow of like chastity, but like, I feel like
Did you?
What
What are
are
the
your vows?
tenets?
Like, I don't have those
I don't think
exactly.
any of the tenants are to like, not not flirt.
Honesty, do not lie or cheat. Let your word be your promise. Courage, never fear to act, though caution is wise. Compassion, aid others, protect the weak and punish those who threaten them. Show mercy to your foes, but temper it with wisdom. Honor, treat others with fairness, and let your honorable deeds be an example to them. Duty, be responsible for your actions and their consequences. Protect those entrusted to your care, and obey those who have just authority over you.
And there is an extra one that I do have written down. Always wash your
Oh,
hands.
always wash your hands after
Always wash.
after using the rest.
Always.
Always. I do want to say, I'm gonna stress this every time. Anytime you mention any sort of bathroom, I will ask, and if you say no, that is going to affect your character. This is canon now.
You will be an oath breaker if you don't wash your hands.
Oh, I think I'm sure he's very hygienic. Yeah, I should kind of make that a bit of GLJ's character. He's like kind of he could be kind of like a germaphobe.
Fuck yeah.
I'm still not 100 on the voice. I like it. I think I've settled into a voice, but I don't know, I might give him an accent one of these days.
I might just pick up a country twang eventually.
Oh God, no, that's the last cast. I can't do that. I'm
Nope,
already
can't do
playing a
that.
cowboy, so I can't play another
Can't
one.
do that. Can't be a pirate either.
I can't. Well, yeah, I mean, the GLJ would not be a pirate. I'm gonna call in the Ministry of Justice.
That doesn't even sound right.
What do you say, Zeramore? Who shall we trust these scales to?
Can't do Irish either.
Can't do Irish. I mean, like I could do like a
Can't
deep.
do Australian.
I think
Rights and
Irish.
rights.
Yeah,
I
you're
think.
Australian.
I think Irish and Australian would still be on the table because he is my Irish character and the soon-to-be Australian character have very like high-pitched voices and are a little more like evil.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I don't know. I might give him an accent or something. Yeah, this session was fucking dope. This is 10 out of 10. This is probably the best one yet.
Oh, yay.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
this is
hear
fun.
it. I want to tell you guys some like massive spoilers. So fucking bad. Like you
Well,
guys,
after it's over, it won't matter anymore, and you can tell us all the juicy deeds. Well, I mean,
well, I mean, you're gonna find
well,
out
not
about
all,
who
but
place anyways. Like Nelazo's coming in, demoting RL and
yeah,
promoting
what's
her.
going on with that? That's, I think, probably the juiciest thing we've heard of. Other than
That
that,
was
maybe the mayor is sleeping with that one dude.
what?
Yeah.
No, well, Nelizos literally came in. Like his first 10 minutes in the hearing, he goes, pulls the two druids aside, basically yells at them, and changes the ranking order.
Ooh, I wonder
That
if
was,
anybody heard what he yelled.
you'll have to ask around and find out.
Yeah.
But that's basically, that is a rumor that does have merit because a lot of people saw it happen and everyone's kind of gossiping about it.
Oh, and GLJ is the only one that knows right now. Fuck.
Yeah.
But he's got to
There's
talk to the
another
priest
event that
next.
happened during turn 2 that unfortunately was missed. That's going to be a very big deal later.
What are Asher and Orin gonna? I think we should probably decide right now what we think we're gonna start doing next session, just because we're gonna forget shit. So like, what is Orin and Asher's number one priorities right now?
I was gonna try to make my way over to the druids,
Okay,
and I think Asher.
what's Asher doing?
Asher has not been in contact with the party at all. He's already talked to the druids. He's gone up to the records room. He has ledgers. He's got some more rumors, and he was almost set up. So Asher's been on quite an adventure
Oh my
today.
god.
I think I'm trying to just look for you guys at this point.
You'll be looking for us? Okay.
Cool.
And
cool.
then what are we gonna want to tell Asher probably? Based on what we know. I think the best thing we could assign Asher to is probably someone we haven't talked to yet, really. Or Asher can sniff around for druid rumors. But that's kind of what I think Orn is going to run into that. Who haven't we heard anything about yet out of all these guys?
You've not heard anything about Davrick. You've not heard any rumors about the mayor. Hold on.
Wait, haven't we?
I heard a rumor about the mayor.
Didn't we hear a rumor about Warblaze?
Hold on. Let me find out. You did hear about Snowbrew and his affair. No, you guys have not heard about Warblaze. You've heard that Skydancer recently kind of came within the last 10 years. And she's easily bribed by wine. You've heard about the Mages Guild's funding. You've heard about the Druid ranks changing. You've heard about the Captain of the Guard and his illegal gambling problem. You've not heard a lot about the Mayor of Whitwallow. You've not heard any of the public opinion about the Chief of Shiverhold. And you've not heard any rumors about the Priestess.
Oh, that might be where the spiciest rumor is.
If people spread rumors about the priestess, they have to atone for their sins. So.
Also, they can't. All these rumors can't be true. I didn't even think about that.
Not all of them are true. That's something I do want to say.
Yeah, we can't just trust everything we hear. Oh, and I'm just spreading it around. Fuck.
Yeah, Patty.
Yeah. There are people who are talking about you guys too.
Oh, yeah, and now people think Skydancer and GLJ. Oh, and they're both new to town too. It's a little cocky of us. And the mayor's all trusting me. Like, oh, I feel like some people could really start to think GLJ is a little full of himself and overstepping his rank.
Yeah, they could think he's a playboy.
Yeah. And like he did just show up. This is his first adventure ever. He's just throwing around Zeravor's name and his own name left and right, just trying to make buzz.
He talks about his brand all the time too.
Yeah, GLJ is all about the branding. That is the number one tenet. Keep your brand.
No, tenet number one: keep the brand. The brand includes honesty and all these things. I do think that there is definitely some underlying at least maybe from a place of insecurity, though, definitely some levels of dishonesty with GLJ that will have to be, one of these days we will address it, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that Sam and I have talked about, but yeah. Like the GLJ is definitely not very sure of himself. He feels like he's winging it and just taking it by the seat of his pants.
Or he's just the nerd at the party that is just walking around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Oh, the cat's on the counter.
Okay, cat, that's not where cats go. Unless it is. That is where cats go in my house. There's too many cats to even try.
I think we can say goodbye to stream.
Oh, we're still streaming? Bye, stream!
Bye, stream.
Bye.